Assalamu alaikum everyone. I sometimes forget how many brands there are and how many different ranges of different brands that there are for different things like home products and personal hygiene and food products and ingredients, appliances, and even toys. Um, this is an example of a toy that I have that I just got as a gift, but I wouldn't have bought on my own anyways. This brand is VTech, which I don't support because they support Israel and I try not to buy it, but there are circumstances where you get things from other people or gifts and you can't really just refuse that. I do tell them my beliefs, but at the end of the day, if someone gives it to you, what can you do? This is Clean and Clear products, but if you look at the back, it's Johnson and Johnson. This is something that is a really good habit to get into, is just looking on the label to see what the real parent company is of what looks like the company is on the front of the product. I took a long time to finally decide what type of food processor I want, and this one is the Breville one. There are many different brands out there you don't even realize that support Israel. Like there's Black & Decker for appliances that you shouldn't use. Samsung, LG, but a lot of the times you can't really help it. I think my oven is Samsung, but that was there when we bought it, and we try our best to avoid it, but you really, it gets to a point where it has to be sustainable. So a lot of the times I just go for the brands like I'm showing here that are the store brands. So when I buy at Superstore, I look for the PC brand or the no-name brand. And that usually is pretty safe. There are other ones out there, and you again don't realize that they're like sister companies or parent companies to these bigger companies that do support Israel without you even knowing. This one here is by Chosen Foods. This is the flour that we use, and this is a Canadian company, so we really like to read our labels to make sure that we know where the food is coming from. The Nutri Ninja is the blender that I chose to get. It does sell in Israel, but I couldn't find it on any of the BDS lists, so I went ahead and bought it. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, you're trying to maintain a sustainable life and you don't want to be resentful. The best thing you can do is just look up the companies, and then you can find out more about where they come from and what they support, where they're established, and if they are on any of the boycott lists. This here is Zevia. It's a carbonated drink that we buy that's basically just water, natural flavors, and stevia, which is a natural sweetener that does not even touch anything on the glycemic index, so that's what they use as a sweetener, and this is an alternative that we use to Coca-Cola and all those soft drinks that are definitely on the boycott list. Other things here are household products like lotion, wipes, soap, deodorant, Kleenex, just everyday items that you have around the house, even things like jewelry. They all have an origin, and you gotta look into where they come from. MAC is the biggest supporter of Israel, so I try to boycott it. I do have some old products that I have from before I started learning about this. This is a tray of some of the things that I use. Baby wipes. I used to use Huggies. I love Huggies. They were really thick and really useful to use, but I switched over to Kirkland. I realized recently that Great Value from Walmart also supports Israel, as well as the George Company, so try not to shop at Walmart. The Exact brand is something that I try to use too, and this is just hand soap that I have started using. It's more natural based as well, which I like. Everything that I can get as the Kirkland brand from Costco, I do. As you can tell, I have a lot of stuff from there. Some other household products like skincare things like cleansers and face creams and toothpaste are all things that you also have to look into. We totally avoid crust, but this I think was a sample my dentist gave me. It's a Procter & Gamble product, which is P&G, and they are a huge supporter of Israel. So when you go to buy household products, always look at the box and the packaging to see if it's P&G, because you would be surprised how many products are. So try to buy local, try to buy like those brands that you don't hear about, often. Try to buy from like the healthy aisles. I buy these from like health food stores and certain salons. The Eminence Organic skincare line. I use their face cleaner and their face moisturizer. It's made in Hungary, which I totally love. I love products that are from Europe. They usually have like a higher standard for FDA approval. I used to buy my baby formula from there for my first baby. This is mascara I buy from the health food store. It's vegan and it doesn't support Israel. Deodorant, you might not even think of that, but your deodorant you have to look into. I get that from the health food store. This is just regular body lotion that I use for my kids and for myself. It's by Dr. Organics LLC. So as you can see, there's no P&G, no Procter & Gamble. I wanted to quickly show you the bath products that I use. This is Hemp Co. I do have a stash of Puffs lotion that I keep in my storage for when my kids get sick, because they get really runny noses and are constantly being wiped, and they get rashes on their nose. So other than that, I usually just try to get like the no-name brand. You can go online and there are tons and tons of websites where they have really good lists, and they break it down based on the type of product, whether it's agriculture or retail or household products, and there are just lists of names of companies and organizations that support Israel that you should try to avoid. Like Coca-Cola is right there, the top one. So I like using the BDS list guide. There's lots that you can just Google and do research on, but the easiest way is to buy local and try to support, smaller brands. I've had a lot of recent conversations with people who think that I'm trying to start problems and I'm trying to start animosity between people, but I don't think they realize that I'm actually supporting Palestine and I'm trying to avoid supporting oppressors. You wouldn't give money to someone you knew who would use that money to go buy weapons and kill your family. So why would you use your money to go and give it to Israel and support the oppressing of the Palestinian people and ultimately the corruption of the world? So even religiously on Said Sistani's website, it shows that we should not be supporting them. I know it can be tempting to buy these cheaper products that are more convenient there for you, but these people are truly suffering and have been suffering for way too long. It is our duty and responsibility and our religious obligation to stand up against the oppressors and fight for justice.